pronounce your last name for me?
Falls,
How long have I known you?
like 5 years.
And I still can't say your name.
Yeah,
Falls.
you add like an O, like fold.
It's the
It's
U.
fall.
The U is like plays games with my phonetics.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, it's Father John and Brooke Falls, right?
You got it. You got
Right.
it.
Hey, we have an announcement to make, and we thought instead of burying this in like text in a newsletter or an email or something, I just wanted to actually have a conversation with Brooke, with you all, and tell the story about this. Now, Brooke, I was reading the newsletter this week, and our newsletters are pretty amazing. Thank you, Courtney. Um, it's where everything that's happening people find out about it. Res, right? Um, so I was reading the newsletter, and they mentioned I saw your picture in there, and it mentioned this new role of a neighborhood engagement coordinator, which is probably a clear title, but the most cumbersome title for a position at Res that I've ever come up with. So my bad about that. But I just wanted to ask you, what is that about? What's their role? What is that? What does that mean for you and for Res?
So, yeah, happy to be here. Happy to join. From my understanding, since I'm very new to it, but so it'll be two things. It'll be taking on the role of communicating about what's going on at Res and just kind of showing what Res life is about through social media. So, Facebook, Instagram. I hope that's all for now because that's all I know how to work. Um, and and then also to kind of bridge those at res to the neighborhood, to our neighbors of South Austin. So just basically kind of coordinating that, things that are happening and the ways that we can serve our neighbors.
That's pretty sweet. I The reason I asked you to do this, Brooke, if I can just brag on you a little bit to the whole world, is because when you would always come to me at Res with ideas about ways to serve our neighborhood and say, "Hey, I got this idea. Can we do this?" And I'll lead the charge. And and you had this knack, this gift, this heart for engaging our neighborhood. And when this idea came up, it was kind of like, I know who should do this. So I'm really glad that you joined our team. It's seriously a joy to have you on our team. Tell us about your heart though. Like, where does that come from you? Why? Tell us your stories about your background, or what makes this tick for you in terms of engaging our neighborhood.
Oh, that could take a while, but I'll shorten it. So, kind of the short and sweet answer, I guess, is just um, like my profession is a social worker. So, and though I'm not doing as much of that professionally right now because I'm mostly home with the boys, that kind of came about through my relationship with God. And just every time that I would, serve like on a mission trip or, um, meet a homeless person or whatever it was, that's where I would see God the most. And so that's kind of what led me to be a social worker and work with the most vulnerable populations. And so I'm excited about just kind of getting connecting people within our church because I think so many people are already doing awesome things like members at Res. And then there's so many just really cool things happening in Austin through amazing nonprofits that I'm always like, Sean, we should work with them. We should do this. And so I'm excited to kind of build that bridge together and just see how Res can be, see what God's doing in our neighborhood. So,
That's amazing. It's like helping mobilize the church to be itself in the world, uh, tending to Jesus wherever we find him in the lives of those in need in our neighborhood. That's super cool. And that seems like a lot of work. What I think is helpful to know is you're not going to be doing all that work for us. It sounds like the coordinator thing here is like you have a gift to help lead and coordinate, but really this is about stirring up the church to participate in that work. Does that sound right to you?
Yeah, so I'm excited. I know that people have come to Sean, like the people like me, saying, I want to do this, let's do this. And so I'm excited to be that person that you can go to and say, I found this nonprofit down the street from us. Like, how can we get involved? And then I can be the person to coordinate outreach efforts or, um, things that are already happening that we're already involved with, but then also kind of stepping out and seeing what's, the other things that are happening.
Super cool. Brooke, thanks for serving our community this way. I'm really excited to see where this goes. I'm excited to be able to say when people come to me, "Hey, we should serve 100 tacos to the teachers." Be like, "That's a great idea. Don't lose this. Go talk to Brooke." I can't wait. This is
Yes.
really encouraging to me. I hope that God makes you crazy successful in this ministry for our sake and for His glory. That honestly, um, we would get stirred up and mobilized to be the church in the world to engage our neighborhood because God loves South Austin so much.
True.
So it's good to have some intention and to have someone like you with a heart to help lead the way. Um, how can we get a hold of you, Brooke? If we have ideas, we have questions. We have your email address here at the bottom of the screen. Is that how people
Yeah.
can contact you?
Yeah, you can email me. I'll also be on the, like I said, on the social media end, so you can always send a message there. However, whatever's easiest.
And when people address you, it's Falds,
Faults, yes,
just to
but
be
it's
sure.
not just Brooke. It's fine.
It's Mrs. Falls to you. Cool, Brooke. Well, Brooke, thanks so much for taking time. Y'all celebrate with me and welcome Brooke into this new role onto the Res team. This is a really big deal, and I'm really grateful for it. You'll hear more from myself and from Brooke, I'm sure, in days to come and weeks to come, especially in this next year. I'm excited to see how this unfolds. Thanks, Brooke.
All right, thank you.
Peace out.